much better. Hey guys, my name is Emsa and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video is gonna be a story time about something that happened not too long ago actually. If you haven't watched my travel with me tour video, it's gonna be down below. You don't have to watch it in order to understand this video, but if you want to have like visually appealing image of what actually my hotel looked like or what everything looked like, I encourage you to go watch that. I have never done a story time, so I don't know if it should start from the actual beginning or just like the fire. Let me know. I'm gonna start since the beginning. So last month on March 4th, my family and I went to Aruba as a vacation trip. I think it was like 5 days and 4 nights. And we were staying in this beautiful, I don't know what to call it, a resort or a hotel. I'm just gonna go with hotel. So first we had a stop at Bogota, Colombia, and for like 4 hours, and then we're gonna go to Aruba. So originally we were gonna be arriving at Aruba at like 2 p.m. and we ended up arriving at Aruba at 6 p.m. so that was late. When we arrived to Aruba, it wasn't really much to do. We just got dressed, went to a buffet that they had. Let me just tell you how my hotel looked like. There were 3 buildings. So building B, building C, and building E, which is the main building. We were staying at the building C. In the building B there were rooms, and in the bottom part, well, not in the bottom part of the building C, but building B, building A, bottom part had restaurants, the buffet, and some other restaurants here, and the restrooms. And the middle part was the lobby, and in the top part of the building, main building, had rooms. So we were staying at the building C. It was kind of far away from the buffet, but we didn't care anyway. We went to the buffet at night. We ate. Everything was cool. We went to this circus that they had at the roof. The roof was on fire. Oh my god, that's true. It was on fire. Anyway, so they had this little show, this little circus on the roof. It was really fun. We had a lot of fun. Okay, one of the reasons why I'm not telling you the name of the hotel is because I really don't want it to have bad image. It was so beautiful. The people were so nice. Things happened. The experience was bad, but the hotel was not. Okay, so moving on. So we ended up going to sleep by like 4 a.m. and that was, it wasn't like late, but it was late for us. And we woke up pretty early, like at 8 a.m. to go eat at the buffet. And we were told yesterday that in the main building in the lobby there was a guy who was selling trips, so like tours. My dad always buys a lot of those, and we decided to first we're gonna go to the lobby to buy the tours and everything, and then we're gonna go to the buffet to have breakfast. But when we went to the lobby, there was a guy. He was like, yeah, we can give you the tours and everything. We bought 3 tours. That was expensive. We didn't have that much money in our hands at that exact moment, so we're like, hey guys, like, can you just like write our names and then we can give you the money? He was like, fine, but you have to pay us till like 2 p.m. because if you don't pay me till 2 p.m. I'm leaving. I'm not giving you the papers. That's my money now. And we were like, is this a joke? Is this not a joke? We didn't care. We're just like, okay, we're gonna give you the money, whatever. We went to have breakfast. This is where things get down. The lady was like, okay, let me give you a table. She gave us a table, and because we didn't want anybody to take our table, we put our stuff on the table to let people know that that was our table. So my sister took her cap off, my dad pulled a little camera, brother put a monopod, and I didn't put anything because that was too much. We just separated and we went everywhere to like find food. I was in the pancake section taking pancakes, and I didn't know where anybody was. Then while I was taking pancakes on my plate, I heard a poof. It wasn't loud, it was just like a noise. My first thought, is that a bomb? I'm really dramatic. If I don't know what it is, it's probably a bomb. I look around and I saw this huge cloud of smoke coming towards me. I see a lot of people just like running and pushing everybody, trying to like go to the exit and exit the place. I was for like 7 seconds like this. I didn't know what to do. And the chef that was behind the pancake section was like, run, like just put the plate down, run. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that. I started running, and when I went to the exit, I realized, where's my family? I couldn't see my dad, I couldn't see my sister, I couldn't see my brother. I was alone. So I started panicking. I was like, oh my gosh, what if we're so far away that the smoke like killed them or something? Then I started screaming my dad's name, and I was like, hey dad, please let me out. After like a few seconds, I hear, Emsa, I'm here. I again turn around and I saw my dad like with my brother like this, just coming to me, and I was like, oh my god, I miss you guys. And my dad was like, calm down. So we were together, everything la, and we didn't know where my sister was. He told us to go to the pool section. We was in front of the main building, and we were like, where's my sister? Then we heard another, but it was like really small. It was like boop. The main building had 2 towers like this, and it was like a balcony with 2 towers, and there was smoke coming out of both of them. That was really scary. 30 seconds later, we saw my sister like super chill, like walking around the restroom, like, do you hear that? And she was like, wow, it's a lot of smoke. So we took pictures and everything, and we were like, okay, now what? They ended up telling us that we couldn't go to any building, that the tower resort was being checked, and we could go to the beach or somewhere else. We went to the beach for like 4 hours, and at that 4 hours we remember their tours. So we went back and we're like, oh my gosh, this guy, what if he takes our money? It was a lot of money. That wasn't funny. The police came, the firefighters came, everybody came. We were asking like, can we go up to our rooms? And they were like, no, you can't. And I was like, but it's a C building, it has nothing to do with it. And they were like, you don't know that, right? So it turns out where everything happened was in the main building, and you had connections with the C building, the B building, obviously, so everything was closed. We didn't have electricity, we didn't have water, we didn't have anything. We were in the 7th floor. Climbing everything, it wasn't a good idea. Call the guy, please, and he said, okay, you can go to the fire exit and just go up to the room. We did that. Not a good experience. Everything was super dark. It was really scary. It was like straight out from a horror movie. So we took our stuff, whatever, paid the guy, took our tours, everything was fine. We came back. It was like 6 p.m. and there was still no water. There was still no electricity. Okay, something's up. When we entered to the actual resort, we saw a lot of people in the lobby. A lot of people. And I was like, what is going on? They told us that we could go to our rooms now, but that still we didn't have electricity or anything. So we went to our room, and I don't know what we were doing, but we were just doing something. A lady came to my dad's room, and she told us that we needed to pack everything because everyone was being transferred. I don't really know what I thought about that, honestly. Probably like, oh, it's cool, like, to a hotel, but at the same time, it's really annoying to go pack and then unpack and then pack and then unpack. We ended up taking our stuff, went to the lobby, and there was a lady that had like a lot of papers. You put the name on it, you say how many rooms do you have. I think she assigned you like a random hotel, and then they gave it back to you. There were buses outside of the lobby, and you could take the bus to your hotel. There were people who went to Holiday Inn, there were people who went to the Hilton. We ended up going to the Ritz-Carlton. I still don't know if that's how you pronounce it, which I found out it's a really fucking expensive hotel. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying it's fucking expensive, and we were not in the capacity of paying so much. So in my mind, I was like, okay, it's cool because they're paying for everything. Of course they have to. We got into the bus, we started talking to these American guys who were really drunk. They didn't know what to do, and they were going to the Holiday Inn. They told us that they really wanted to know what would happen, but they didn't know anything. We were like, what are you saying? We didn't know anything. We went to a Ritz-Carlton, and there was also a lot of people waiting to be checked in. And when our turn eventually came out, the guy, who was probably the only guy who could speak Spanish, which in my case isn't really like a struggle, but my dad, my sister, my brother, they don't really speak English, so it was very annoying. I was like, okay, I can't translate and everything, but just think about it. My dad lost all control. But the guy was really cool. The guy was like, oh, I'm so sorry that this happened to you. And everything was nice till he told us that we needed to pay the 2 days that we were staying there. Like $600. My mind blew. They said, no, it's okay. Rumor has it that your hotel is gonna be paying you back at the end of your trip. It doesn't mean it's gonna happen. It's just a rumor. I was annoyed. I was really annoyed. But I was like, okay, it's like 2 days. Probably getting paid back. Whatever. At least we'll have food, right? I'm just so used to having a buffet in every single hotel I go to. And then he looked at us and said, but I need to tell you something. And I was like, what is it? And he looked at us and said, this $600, they're just covering up your breakfast and your room. What about food? You need to pay for that. What about a mini bar? You need to pay for that. What about a casino? What about this? What about the stores? You need to pay for that. Are you expecting us to pay again and not a hotel? And it wasn't even our fault that we didn't burn the whole thing down. It was so insane. I was so mad, and my dad was so mad. He started calling everybody. This is my family trip. This is not only for me. This is not only for money, but this is like a really bad experience for everybody. So before making this too long, the hotel did pay us back every single little cent we spent on that other hotel. But I love the hotel, I love the people. Even the best hotels in the world have trouble. It was a really nice hotel at the end of the day, and people were nice and everything was fine. So So that's it. That's my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I want to know something. If you had the option to go back to the hotel that the first time you went burned down, would you go? Let me know. So this is the end of the video. I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing life, and as always, I'll see you this time for real very soon.